Father, it's hard for me to understand why the righteous and devout suffer, while the wicked and godless live peacefully in this world. Fear creeps into a person. If they start living devoutly, everything in their life will go downhill. I know it's wrong to think like this, but it's just the way it seems to me. Suffering is an inevitable occurrence in the fallen world, but the suffering of sinners is not the same as the suffering of the righteous. Sinners suffer on the path of sin and destruction, due to their sins, while the righteous suffer on the path of virtue and salvation, due to their participation in the mystery of the cross of Christ and spiritual growth. Therefore, suffering and trouble should not be understood solely as punishment for sins. This is more of an Old Testament understanding than a New Testament one. Just as suffering is not a sign of sinfulness, so too a peaceful life in the world is not a sign of righteous living. All the apostles, the closest disciples of Christ, except for St. John the theologian, endured torture and martyrdom for Christ and the Christian faith they lived and preached. Many children, who were without sin, were killed for Christ's sake, and God glorified them as His holy martyrs. The suffering of the righteous, ascetics, and devout people is a personal partaking of Christ the Savior's cup, who said, "You will drink the cup that I drink," as we read in Mark 10 verse 39. And furthermore, if they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. Do not be afraid to live a virtuous life. The Lord will not allow a person to be tempted beyond what they can bear. The Lord is the only one who can turn evil occurrences into spiritual good for the individual. St. John Chrysostom wrote, "Righteous Job was greater on the dunghill than when he sat on the throne."